All right, you guys, so a lot has changed since the last time that we spoke. I got my dog right here. Basically what we're doing is eating a pre-workout meal right now. But I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys a little bit because, like I said, a lot has changed specifically. So one of the biggest things that's changed is the house that I'm at. I moved out of my hometown like 40 minutes north, so it's not like I still don't go down there sometimes, but you know, it's the first time I've really been that distanced from my hometown. But the main point of me hopping on YouTube again specifically is I actually want to document a little bit of a journey, and I think that this is going to really help me be accountable to specific things. So, you know, one of my biggest goals right now, I would say for the next 6 to 12 months would be to move to Las Vegas. That's the key place in mind right now, but kind of the more broad topic is just, you know, move out on my own, start experiencing things in order to grow, to learn, to network, to make connections, all that good stuff. I've already been lucky enough to travel a good amount through business over the past year. So I kind of, you know, that's how I got the feel for Vegas. But, you know, that's the main reason that I wanted to hop on here, honestly, is just to document the journey and kind of give some of you guys who, you know, have these visions and have these goals, you know, not necessarily motivation, but maybe some steps along the way, because I really do believe, I know for a fact that I'll get there. It's just like documenting it in this type of manner for me, it makes it more enjoyable. I get held accountable, and I'll always have it to watch back, and hopefully, you know, I can inspire somebody to, you know, take whatever the equivalent of that step is for themselves too. So that's a little bit about why I'm hopping back on YouTube. But you know, let's dive into this pre-workout meal. Today's an arm day. Also been doing a cut for the last like 5 months, so I'm definitely leaner than I've been in a long time, but strength is in the toilet at the moment. Pretty tired all the time. But you know, that's the stuff I enjoy. It's kind of fun in a weird way, but you know, obviously fitness is always a constant. But this is, you know, going to be a lot more about the behind the scenes stuff that we go over. So let's dive into the pre-workout meal, and I will see you guys whenever I feel like picking up the camera again. All right, you guys, my food has been eaten. It's been digested. Pre-workout has been drank. It is literally time for the best part of the day to me right now. I'm going to train. Today's an arm day. It's just for me, really training at this point isn't necessarily like, oh, I'm really looking forward to building more muscle or, you know, anything like that. It's really just like extremely therapeutic and beneficial for, you know, my mental state. You know, we all have stress and anxiety, and it's really just like such a good place to let that out and just kind of get set up for the rest of the day so I can be chill. You know, I think a lot of you guys who do train know exactly what I mean. Like, rest days are the hardest days of the week because I don't get that stress relief. I don't really get that kick. You know, you need to take rest days just for recovery reasons, but you know, yesterday was a rest day, and today I'm just looking so forward to, you know, training, just getting some of that relief before, you know, I clock in, work the rest of the day. So, you know, I'll see you guys there. I feel like $1,000,000 after working out. It's just literally the best thing that I do all day. It just sets the tone for the rest of the day. You know, this is kind of like post-workout. This is normally when I'm gonna hop on my story, you know, make a video that you guys see a lot of the time as content if you follow me on Instagram. But it's just because I feel my best. I can think the clearest, you know, that vision that I was talking about earlier. This is when I like start to see the steps and what I need to do throughout the rest of the day. And I have a daily journal, and that's where I plan out my day. And you know, now it just seems like all the things that I was worried about before for the day, you know, I see a little bit more of a path because I kind of got the hardest thing out of the way already. So, you know, everything else is just a matter of, you know, communication, talking to people. You know, my self-doubt levels are just so much lower after doing something difficult to start the day like that. So if you guys are going to the gym, you know what I'm talking about. If not, I would love to challenge you to start because it just sets the tone. It is the gateway for personal development and just that life that you're chasing. So I'm so excited to, you know, literally just get to work today. You know, I'm excited to start working. I'm excited to start connecting with people. I'm excited for all these things. I'm excited to, you know, over the course of however long this is going to be, you know, I don't imagine it'll be more than 6 to 12 to 8 months. You know, I'm just extending it because again, there's a little bit of self-doubt in there. But you know, the road to Vegas, the road to wherever I end up going, you know, life's crazy. This could be really anywhere, but you know, the journey to somewhere, I see somewhere, you know, when I close my eyes. So I'm excited to take you guys on that, probably show you guys some of my meals. Meal one, pre-workout today, I had two rice cakes, 15 grams of natural nut butter, so just peanut butter. Only ingredients are peanuts and salt, and then 45 grams of whey protein in a shake with some almond milk. And you know, post-workout, I'll just be having 30 grams of carbs from fruit and another 45 gram protein shake. Alright you guys, so I've been doing a little bit of work for most of the day right here, just kind of on my computer. That's honestly where I spend most of the day, which again is such a big reason why I like to work out early in the morning. But this is the point where I'm going to eat my first like real meal of the day. Not really, you know, so far all I've had is protein powder, watermelon, rice cakes, and peanut butter. So, you know, more like snack type things centered around the training window. But this was a mistake that I made. I was going to eat this steak right here, but I froze it instead of putting it in the fridge. So luckily there was some leftover chicken here that I'm going to be making with these onions right in here. Probably just going to be throwing some seasoning and stuff on there. But that's going to be my next meal for the day. And probably what I'll do while I'm waiting, I have a call with my mentor soon. So I'm going to plan out, you know, some business related questions, that type of stuff. And then I'm probably just gonna play with my dog in the meantime, just while I'm waiting for lunch to cook. Come on, bud. This is a little area here, and actually a freaking tree crushed this a little while ago up there. As you can see, we had the tree cut down right there, but just gonna throw the ball for him a little bit out here. This is an essential if you don't really know how to cook. Throw a little bit of that on there. Good enough. Some salt in there too. Alright you guys, sorry. I'm just fucking around, but something I seriously wanted to talk about just while I'm waiting for my food to finish cooking up is just how lucky and blessed I am, and just how quick things can honestly change. You know, obviously I'm home right now, able to cook a meal, you know, for lunch while still doing my job, you know, getting the things that I need to do done. And it just feels like not even a year and a half ago, you know, I was a personal trainer, you know, working 40 hours a week just like everybody else, but like really just stuck and kind of depressed in the fact that like I was so passionate about what I was doing, but I didn't know how to, you know, get to the next level, how to make more money, how to do these things, you know, how to have time for myself. So it's just something that can happen so quickly, you know. So my current mission right now is to mentor other success-driven young adults to a successful future. And you know, again, that definition of success is going to be different for everybody, but using fitness as the gateway, you know, you really just learn to take that hard work and fill it in with something, and you see results, and you realize that it can happen if you do trust the process and just kind of fall in love with the things that make you happy and actually work hard at them. You know, again, it is possible to make these things your job, so to speak. You know, it's kind of funny, you know, it's not to get super duper deep, but like, it's Monday, and I say happy Monday to a lot of people because Mondays are my favorite day of the week. The work week is my favorite part of the week because I get to connect with all the athletes that I'm currently coaching. I get to connect with all my business associates who I just, you know, share so much in common with. And honestly, you know, right now I don't like the weekends too much. It's just the point where, you know, the kind of thing that I'm going by is I'm trading, you know, a lot of the fun experiences of my 20s to, you know, get older and basically just live out my dreams. And obviously there's going to be some sacrifice in my younger 20s, but the whole idea behind that specifically is, you know, and going back to the weekend thing that I'm talking about is, you know, on the weekends, you know, open up Snapchat, scrolling through, you know, seeing a lot of people that I know, you know, having fun, but maybe not chasing as much meaning in this moment. I just have to believe, and I do believe, that that is going to set me up. You know, it is a sacrifice right now that is kind of necessary to make. So, you know, if you are a young adult with a dream and, you know, you feel kind of that FOMO sometimes, you know, I want you to know it's going to be worth it, because even now, you know, back then that was kind of the first decision that I made, was to kind of isolate myself from those scenarios at first. But even now, you know, I'm able to sit at home on a Monday and just be in a good mood, because I'm not stuck in an office or a building somewhere, you know, making somebody else money. I'm learning how to grow my own business and do these things that I'm passionate about. And, you know, as a result, like I showed you, you know, I'm able to schedule in time to play with my dog during the workday. And, you know, I don't take that for granted whatsoever. So, you know, the whole point here is I just want you guys to know that it is possible for you. And, you know, it's just something that it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And, you know, that's kind of the spiel that I wanted to give pre-lunch. Last bite. Everybody knows the rules. That good stuff? That good stuff? You like chicken? And just another tip that I have for you guys specifically here is get a whiteboard. I used to have a little whiteboard in my room. This big whiteboard here now is where so much behind the scenes stuff happens. You know, I really work on my personal goals, scaling my business, you know, literally just waking up every single day and staring at this thing and moving things around. You know, I'm such a visual learner myself that I honestly believe if I could require every single mentorship student that I have in the program to get a whiteboard and to use it, I absolutely would. So, you know, one thing too is, you know, studies show that things that we write down, it feels weird to lean down like this, but studies show that things that we write down, we actually remember better. And it's true. There are moments throughout my day where I'm like, oh, I wrote that, like I should remember that. So guys, get a whiteboard. It is now evening time. I'm getting another walk in because I didn't do enough cardio this morning with my dog right now. So I'm lucky enough to have these trails where I live. And honestly, nobody really uses them that much, so it's always like my dog and I have our kind of private walking trails together. So I'm gonna finish up today's cardio and just go on a walk. Can you tell everybody to chase their dreams, buddy? All right, you guys, so this is going to be the outro for the video specifically here. I wanted to record it out in the woods just so I could kind of talk about, you know, this specific thing right here. Just the fact that I like being out in the woods because I can obviously talk and, you know, no one's around to really judge me or anything like that, but also just like share a little bit of a recap for what this video, what this series, what this whole thing's going to be to me and for me. And, you know, maybe potentially for you. That'd be a good goal for me too, is hopefully to, you know, motivate, inspire, you know, other success-driven young adults. You know, that's really who I want to be around. And, you know, that's the whole thing right here. This whole idea kind of just, it's a vision. You know, I really am trying to grow my coaching business with the main goal of, you know, adding the benefit of, you know, helping young adults turn their passions into their professions. Kind of like I was talking about earlier, you know, it literally feels like so long ago. I was stuck at a 9-to-5 job that I hated, but just things can change so quickly for you. And, you know, I just want more people to know that. And, you know, this journey right here, I just am really using it for accountability, but also, you know, to make connections along the way of, you know, achieving my next goal, which is going to be, you know, finding the place that I want to spend some time for a little bit. You know, it could be 3 to 6 months that I live there, but I know for a fact that, you know, I learn and grow a lot on my own. And that's the thing, is I won't be on my own at that point. You know, I'll be meeting people out in the world, and, you know, just like when I close my eyes and when I wake up and when I clock into work and when I clock into the gym and, you know, all that good stuff, I see bits and pieces of this vision coming together. And, you know, this was a part of it, documenting the journey, being held accountable to it, and, you know, just making this to look back on for myself, but also to invite you guys along the journey. So, you know, anybody that's watching this, I appreciate you so much. I believe in your hopes and your dreams, and I would love to help you, you know, gain the confidence that I believe is essential to chasing your dreams through fitness to start with. You know, making that fitness transformation really was the catalyst for me to see that, okay, you know, this broad topic of hard work can be can be replicated in other areas of my life. So guys, greatness awaits you, and I'm looking forward to the next video.